So let's watch NASA in 1958, where he was born, and until the future, the plan of 2100. Let's see though. It's really hard to tell because NASA been to the moon on 1968 was it? I don't want to be wrong, but I hope that's the right number. Alright, let me just double check before I say anything more. Whoa. Oh wow, that's a good music actually. Let me just check before I... First moon landing was on 1969. Nice. Alright, it was 1969, but that wasn't the first time they went out of space though. It wasn't the first time they went out of space, but it was the first time they went to the moon. It was one giant leap for mankind, where it wasn't just Earth, and there was like thousands, billions of other planets out there, and they finally get to be on another planet for the very first time. So let's watch NASA on the day it was born until the very future of the technology. Whoa! Shaping how mankind live on Earth and on the ISS, soon on the moon, Mars. Oh shit! Magical technology, magic. Fuck you! Wow. Okay, I'll keep quiet. Holy shit, that's a nice outfit.
Our goals are to expand the scientific understanding of the Earth and the universe, create innovative new space technologies, and to extend and sustain human activities across the solar system.
Nice. I like it already. 1943.
An organization that dates back to 1915, called NACA, is the force behind the United States air supremacy during World War II. Years later, in 1957, the Soviet Union launches the first artificial satellite, the Sputnik 1. NACA is then absorbed into the newly formed NASA on the 1st of October 1958, with a budget of $89 million. The space race begins.
Nice.
The Jet Propulsion Lab uses a Juno 1 rocket to launch the first United States satellite, the Explorer 1. 11 months later, JPL is absorbed by NASA.
JPL? Oh shit. Soon, brothers.
The Apollo program is announced. Test pilot Neil Armstrong takes his first test flight in the experimental X-15 rocket-powered aircraft. In the X-15, Neil Armstrong reaches an altitude of 39 miles, or 62 kilometers, and speeds of 3,989 miles per hour, or 6,419 kilometers per hour.
Yep, I understand.
A Project Mercury spacecraft takes astronaut Alan Shepard on a 15-minute suborbital flight, making him the first American in space. 1 month after the Soviet Union puts the first human in space, and the first to orbit around Earth.
Ooh.
The 5-year Project Gemini comes to an end. Missions include an endurance flight of nearly 14 days in space, overshooting the 8 days required to do a round trip to the moon. The project also achieves sending the first onboard computer into space, the first docking of a crewed and uncrewed spacecraft, and Buzz Aldrin completes the first work-based spacewalk.
Wait, what? That's no computer back in the day? When they launched the first human up?
But why some say the moon?
Ooh, my man.
Why choose this as our goal?
The first crewed mission of the Apollo program ends in disaster, with 3 astronauts losing their lives. NASA launches the first working orbiting space telescope, the OAO-2. Apollo 8 takes astronauts away from Earth's orbit for the first time and sends them on a flight around the moon.
3, 2, 1.
Apollo 11 launches, sending a 3-person crew on their way to the moon. 4 days later, the lunar module Eagle makes touchdown on the moon at the Sea of Tranquility. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin step onto the moon,
this is a high
while fellow
definition.
astronaut Michael Collins orbits above in the Columbia spacecraft. Armstrong and Aldrin spend 21 hours and 36 minutes on the lunar surface. 4 days later, the three astronauts splash down in the Pacific Ocean, southwest of Hawaii. They bring back the first geological samples from another planetary body. The 22 kilograms of material includes 50 lunar rocks and lunar soil dug up from below the moon's surface.
That's it.
4 months after the first humans set foot on the moon, NASA launches Apollo 12 with another set of astronauts that lands on the lunar surface. Apollo 13 malfunctions 2 days into their journey when an oxygen tank ruptures. They loop around and orbit the moon before heading straight back to Earth. Apollo missions 11, 12, 14, 15, 16 and 17 all land humans on the lunar surface, resulting in 12 people setting foot on the moon.
That is a lot.
Memory foam begins to make its way into everyday objects, from beds to American football helmets.
Wait, what?
NASA funded the research to make the temper foam in 1966 as a way for NASA engineers to create custom seats for aircrafts. NASA's Mariner 9 spacecraft arrives on Mars.
Technically, a lot of current technology is because thanks to NASA, to be honest. Like, sorry, I have to pause here for a bit because technically a lot of technology it's all thanks to NASA. Like especially all the supercomputers and everything about the technology nowadays, or even VR or some shit. It's all thanks to NASA because they are the one who develop all these things, and the people they stood up and be like, oh well, wow, this is a great technology. Why not we share it with the public people? So everyone started to use it, and it was possible. But you have to remember that NASA started with nothing. Like literally sent the first person. They kind of said it, right? I hope I'm not mistaken. They said there was they sent the first person around the orbit without any computers, or maybe there was, but you know, it's just like what, 4 KB of computer or 32 KB. That was so small, man. Imagine that.
After a 5.5-month journey from Earth.
And now they are going to Mars.
It is the first spacecraft to orbit another planet. Spending a year orbiting Mars, mapping and taking measurements, it sends 7,329 images back to Earth. NASA launches Skylab, the United States independently built space station. Skylab is equipped with a zero-gravity shower system, sleep compartments, toilets, solar panels, and a telescope, and is occupied by 3 crews for a total of 171 days.
Must be fun.
The Voyager 1 probe launches on a mission to study the outer solar system. As Voyager 1 continues traveling through space long after it is
Thanks to Voyager 1, we know black hole exists now.
Lost power, a gold-plated record has been placed on board for potential alien.
Look at that background. You can't even tell those are asteroids. Those are legit asteroids, and I'm not sure if this is real or not, but I mean, the way they showed us, like the probe just going through the asteroid ring, the Saturn ring, but it's definitely all of this is not a straight line. It's all asteroids, but somehow it looks like asteroid from afar. I mean a ring from afar.
To discover. It contains scientific information, spoken greetings from world leaders, and photos and sounds of Earth. NASA's Viking 1 and 2 land safely on Mars after an 11-month journey from Earth. On Mars, the Viking landers stay in place and begin recording the surroundings. For the next 6 years, they study Mars's atmosphere and surface and search for evidence of life. 2 years after...
Do you guys need the subtitles? Let me just take out the subtitles, alright? Because there's a date. If you guys... hopefully you guys can see the date. There's a date below there at the bottom of the screen. It's 5th March 1979. So yeah.
After launching, Voyager 1 arrives at Jupiter.
Oh shit, we actually went to Jupiter. But no one can land Jupiter.
Columbia, the first spacecraft of the Space Shuttle program, launches. It becomes the first reusable crewed spacecraft and can carry a crew of 8. It is also the first spacecraft capable of carrying large satellites to and from orbit.
Yeah, this was popular back in the day. when I was
Shock
born,
absorbers developed back in the 1960s to protect spacecrafts and launch pads during launches are now being used in buildings and bridges to absorb shocks during earthquakes.
Nice.
Voyager 1 takes its final image, creating the solar system family portrait, with Earth as a distant pale blue dot. The Discovery Space Shuttle carries the Hubble Space Telescope into orbit. The telescope provides the deepest views into space and allows humans to establish the presence of black holes.
Black holes?
NASA needs to miniaturize camera sensors for their missions while keeping scientific-grade image quality. Eric Foster.
Oh yeah, one of the reasons we have a good camera now is thanks to NASA as well. Thanks NASA for all the all the good cameras nowadays. Even with your phone, like I know Samsung 20 is not. I'm not promoting anyway. I'm not promoting, but I'm just saying because I know, like Samsung 20, you can actually zoom to the moon. Like how awesome is that? You don't need a telescope anymore. Literally, your phone can just zoom into a freaking moon. Like how awesome is that? That's crazy, dude.
From NASA's JPL leads a team that invents the CMOS active pixel camera sensor. The new sensor, used to create the smaller and lower-powered NASA cameras, later spreads across the world, not only being used in dental cameras and for motion capture, but they also allow for cameras to be fitted into mobile phones.
Yep.
A natural source of omega-3 fatty acid starts to make its way into over 90% of infant formulas around the world. It was discovered in the 1980s when NASA was funding research for developing Mars life support systems, studying microalgae to see if it could be used as a source of food and oxygen. Galileo arrives at Jupiter after a 6-year journey and becomes the first spacecraft to orbit the planet. It launches the first ever probe into Jupiter, measuring the atmosphere. NASA's Pathfinder mission lands on Mars, carrying the first ever Mars rover, the Sojourner, with a mission to analyze the Martian atmosphere, climate, and geology.
It looks like desert.
Ion thrusters are used for the first time on the Deep Space One probe.
Wow.
Thrust is generated by accelerating ions using electricity, creating a non-chemical space propulsion system.
Nice. I learned this from Kerbal Space Program. Feels good, man.
The International Space Station begins construction in orbit. Russia launches a rocket carrying the Zarya as the first module of the ISS. The module provides storage, electrical power, propulsion, and guidance systems. 2 weeks later, NASA's Space Shuttle Endeavour takes the first American module called Unity to the ISS and attaches it to Russia's Zarya. Unity acts as a node, a connection point having 6 ports that will soon attach to other modules.
Wow, so yeah, this is a attachable part where two of the module that can connect to each other. They are slowly developing a lot, and to think that Russia and NASA is working together, this is a big success for a space mission, to be honest. I can't wait to go to Mars, man. I mean, no, I hope I'm alive by the time we actually get to go to Mars. I hope I can be there, you know, because it's a plan. Because right now Elon Musk is already doing the part where, no, not really Elon Musk, but like every other space program, they're already sending rovers, trying to send humans up to Mars, and soon maybe I'm able to walk on moon. But it's gonna be an expensive trip though. It's gonna be so expensive trip, but I'm saving my money for that. Actually saving money for going to space. Yeah, I like space, so why not?
Space Shuttle Discovery becomes the first shuttle to dock with the ISS.
Docking?
Onboard cargo includes the Space Hab module, parts for a Russian cargo crane, and a US crane.
Don't. But you do such a Space Shuttle docking. I'm so sorry, guys.
NASA's improved GPS technology that takes accuracy from 15 meters, 49 feet, down to 2 centimeters, starts being used for everyday Earth navigation, head tracking, and self-driving equipment. The first crew, 1 NASA and 2 Russian astronauts, arrives at the International Space Station to become the first people to live on board.
Nice.
2 robotic geologist rovers, Spirit and Opportunity, land at different locations on Mars. NASA publishes a study of a possible Alcubierre warp drive. Equations show that it would be possible to create...
What the fuck? They already studied warp drive? You kidding me, dude? Wait, can I? Oh, I can.
A warp bubble around a spacecraft, reducing travel times across the solar system from years to hours. Voyager 1 crosses the heliopause and enters interstellar space.
Nice.
SpaceX launches their Dragon spacecraft to deliver cargo to the ISS. Hired by NASA, it becomes the first privately developed spacecraft to dock with the International Space Station.
The first, huh?
The Curiosity rover lands on Mars. During its time on Mars, Curiosity discovers evidence that there was water on the planet in the past. Mars also exhibits a seasonal variation of methane in the atmosphere, which can be a sign of underground life. Curiosity also reports that the radiation levels on Mars are dangerous for astronauts.
How?
The Rosetta space probe, built by the European Space Agency, houses a number of NASA's scientific instruments. It becomes the first spacecraft to orbit and fly alongside a comet. The European Space Agency's Philae lander that is on board the Rosetta launches and becomes the first to land on a comet.
Nice. Oh, wow.
The Artemis program is announced, with the goal of landing astronauts back on the moon and building a lunar base and economy.
Yeah, did this happen already? Wait, this is 2020? Oh shit, dog. It's happening right now.
Voyager 1 is still communicating with Earth and is 22.8 billion kilometers, 14.1 billion miles away. It is the most distant man-made object from Earth.
Yeah, it's never coming back.
SpaceX launches 2 NASA astronauts, sending them to the ISS, where they stay for 62 days. The Mars 2020 mission lands on Mars, carrying on board the Perseverance rover and the first aircraft on another planet, the Ingenuity helicopter drone. New experiments include one that produces oxygen from the carbon dioxide in Mars's atmosphere, allowing humans to breathe in their habitats and produce propellant. Perseverance lands in the Jezero crater, which may contain signs of ancient microbial life. The rover drills into the ground to analyze samples.
Yeah, this is a new one. This is the current Perseverance is if you look below here, it says 18 February 2021. So this is the latest. This is up to date. This is what they are doing right now. Literally waiting for results, hoping we can find alien life. It even says here it's gonna drill into the ground to analyze the samples. So hopefully we get to find aliens.
Samples. The Ingenuity helicopter drone flies for 90 seconds per day. The drone finds the best driving route for the Perseverance rover and examines potential landing sites for future crewed missions. NASA's commissioned Peregrine 1 lander lands on the moon. It begins to measure how much water, carbon dioxide, and methane is below the surface of the moon, gathering data for future lunar mining operations.
Wow.
The James Webb Space Telescope launches with a mirror 3.
Oh, I heard about this, guys. The James Webb Space Telescope is one of the newest technology other than the Voyager 1. Oh, this is gonna explore outer space so far away. Oh my god, I can't wait, dude. I'm such a fanboy of space. God damn. Can't wait. I can't wait. Seriously, can't wait.
Than the Hubble telescope,
can't wait to see what's outside
to
of
our past,
human,
closer to the beginning of time, and determines what molecules and signs of life are in the atmospheres of exoplanets.
I can't wait to see more.
1 month after launching, the James Webb Telescope reaches its target orbit, 1.5 million kilometers.
Oh, they're planning on this on about November 2021. So the telescope reaches its target orbit. God damn, it's still a long way actually. Right now it's currently on February, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. No, it's March now, so it's still a long way before. Yeah, before they launch the telescope.
1 million miles away from Earth.
But I can't wait though. Ooh, this is a good future plan.
The Artemis program launches a mission to the moon, sending scientists.
Hey Zelda Master Chibi, how are you doing, buddy?
instruments and equipment in preparation for the arrival of astronauts.
You're currently watching NASA.
Earth receives the first images from the distant James Webb Telescope.
The first development.
SpaceX's Lunar Starship launches. It performs the first working Starship-to-Starship orbit refueling.
Wait, what? They already know this? Bro, it haven't happened yet, and how do they really know this? Dude, you kidding me? But yeah, I remember I saw Elon Musk in his Twitter post there, with his Starship orbit to refuel the thing. Yeah, I guess they already planned it out.
Allowing it to deliver a payload of 100 metric tons to the moon for NASA's Artemis program.
I'm good as well. I'm doing good as well, Zeta. Thanks for asking. Currently, still waiting for my food though.
NASA
Waiting for my pizza.
launches rockets to begin construction of the Lunar. Small satellites deploy to form a lunar constellation, creating the internet of the moon.
Some NASA video.
Robotic landers, rovers, and astronauts on the moon communicate with each other and to ground stations on Earth using the new system.
Wow.
LunaNet provides communications during deliveries of equipment to the far side and to the polar regions of...
Okay, you know what? This reminds me of Prometheus. Yeah, Prometheus. Doesn't it to you guys? This really looks like Prometheus to me. Sounds like it as well though.
The moon. Space weather instruments send astronauts real-time alerts of incoming solar flares, giving them time to seek cover.
Wait, what?
NASA launches a crewed mission to return humans back onto the moon. The astronauts live on the Space Shuttle lander while exploring the moon's surface.
Wait, this is on 2024 though. This is still a long way. Holy shit, 3 years.
Preparing the way for future habitat construction. NASA launches 2 modules that begin the construction of the lunar
By the way, this is the future already. This is not happening yet. This doesn't happen yet, to be honest. Like, there's so many colors. Purple, gold, I don't know. I guess gold is a good material for obtaining science, I guess. I'm not sure.
A space station that orbits around the moon. It acts as a transit hub for astronauts arriving from Earth before preparing for their trip to the moon's surface and later to Mars.
Nice.
The Lunar Gateway grows as additional modules arrive, including modules from the Canadian, European, and Japanese space agencies.
Oh, it's Japanese.
The Parker Solar Probe, launched in 2018, now enters the Sun's atmosphere and is the first spacecraft to encounter the Sun.
Ooh.
SpaceX launches their first Starship to Mars, delivering life support equipment for the arrival of astronauts in 2 years' time, when the alignment of Mars and Earth are optimal again.
No way, dude.
Exploration begins to find water.
No way. Are you kidding me? In 2025, they're gonna try to finally launch a human or orbiting Mars, either orbiting or landing on Mars. Holy shit, man. A new Attack of Titan manga chapter came out yesterday. The last one is releasing next month. I'm waiting for the anime. I don't watch the manga. I'm just waiting for the anime.
A test mission to redirect the path of a small asteroid belt object
nice, dude.
successfully alters the path of an asteroid.
I can't wait for it to finish.
Small micro thrusters land on the asteroid and move it off its course by a few centimeters.
What? They can move
the moon base
now?
and Gateway space station are fully crewed. Teams of scientists and engineers occupy the first deep space human facility all year round.
Look at this guy walking.
2026, the year humans take off to Mars. The joint enterprise between NASA and SpaceX.
Bruh. Zelda, the fuck, dude? Your favorite character died and you expected that? Bruh, come on, man. Come on, this is not cool, man. No spoilers allowed, okay? Please, no spoilers. No more spoilers. Put a full stop right there. No spoilers, please.
Makes its way to the Red Planet. After a 7-month journey, humans arrive in Mars's orbit and deliver a...
What? So, okay, so in about... because it's 2027, so... this is gonna be the first human arrive in Mars orbit. Oh, so it wasn't on 2025, so it's 2027, so 6 years from now. NASA plan to put the first human on the orbit of Mars, huh? That was kind of late though, isn't it? It's a bit late.
Second Mars copter probe to the surface. The crew orbit Mars several times, gathering data, before making a landing on the surface.
Oh my god, they actually
On
land?
Mars, the astronauts live in the spacecraft lander and begin using the equipment delivered 2 years earlier to conduct experiments. They also start creating locally produced propellants that allows them to return to Earth.
Oh, nice. Reusable materials, I guess.
Back on
VR?
Earth, NASA runs a 7-month immersive virtual reality therapy trial as a way to boost astronaut well-being on long flights. Probes on Mars discover icy water beneath the surface.
I haven't played. Whoa, wait. I haven't played VR yet, to be honest. But that looks. I can't. I haven't. I wish I have a VR. I wish.
Probes on Mars discover icy water
Wait, what? There's icy water on Mars?
beneath the surface.
No way, right? No, this is not current. This is the future, 2028. So they're gonna detect ice and...
Robotic probe lands on an asteroid and gathers data for potential mining operations. NASA's Rasor robot begins drilling on the Moon to excavate icy water deposits in the soil. The water is split into hydrogen and oxygen to create life support and rocket propellant. Astronauts begin testing the Moon's regolith, the loose soil, to develop a material for 3D printing lunar habitats.
Nice.
The Axiom space station, helped funded by NASA, goes online and begins replacing the International Space Station. Astronauts begin growing plants at the Artemis moon base.
Nice.
The second crewed mission arrives on Mars. Astronauts work in shifts. Off-duty astronauts stay within the virtual reality immersion pods. Low-level electrical pulses trigger their main muscle groups to prevent them becoming weak. The habitable mobility platform.
Oh my god, an actual mobility vehicle on Moon? Damn. In 2029 though, I hope I'm alive by the time this happened. And it's good that you don't know the character, because please no spoilers. I don't wanna expect too much.
Rover that can transport and house astronauts makes its first trip around the Moon. It travels for 40 days mapping and exploring the lunar surface.
So
Robot factories land on Mars and begin converting icy water and CO2 into water and hydrogen and methane fuel.
Wait, converting icy water and CO2 into water and hydrogen and methane fuel. I know CO2 and hydrogen, but I don't know anything about methane fuel though. I'm not sure where that came from, but I didn't know Mars has. I think Mars has water. I think. I'm not really sure.
The Artemis moon base camp is now made up of 3 main modules: the Foundation Surface Habitat, which houses 4 astronauts, the Habitable Mobility Platform, and the Lunar Terrain Vehicle.
At least now we know that they are kind of planning on sending a lot of humans, like a lot of engineers, to the Moon now. Like we can see here, like, holy shit, look at but the clothing is kind of outdated though. The clothing is kind of outdated, but they have a plan now. They have a plan on 2029.
Which is an unpressurized rover that transports suited astronauts around the lunar base. There are also power systems in place, along with resource mining and production systems. The Artemis moon base marks the beginning.
Man, I can't wait this to be me. Can you guys? I can't wait for this guy to be inside. I can't wait to wear this kind of outfit. Oh, it would be such a good thing.
Of the first human space colony.
Human space colony, nice. 2030, moon base
begins expansion using solid modules and lightweight inflatable habitats.
Damn.
NASA launches an SLS rocket headed to Mars. It becomes the first to dock at the Lunar Gateway space station before transiting to the Red Planet.
When we're gonna establish moon base?
Testing begins on a NASA rocket that is powered by a nuclear reactor. Valkyrie R9 robots are sent to begin working at the Lunar Gateway and at the...
2020 is not that far away, man. If you want to, you can join me in... What the hell is that? Music quiz after that. No one joins your room. Alright, later, man. I'm not currently just waiting for my pizza right now. I just wanna enjoy watching videos right now. Let's just relax.
They take on dangerous tasks such as spacewalks, repairing air leaks and habitats, and gathering materials in dangerous terrains on the moon. A spacecraft with a mega solar sail of 1,672 square meters, 18,000 square feet, sets sail for the distant stars. It uses beamed propulsion from ground-based lasers on Earth, the Moon, and Mars.
What the fuck? Wait, what?
14,000 square
Wait, what? Mega solar sail?
feet set
Hold
sail
up.
for the distant stars. It uses beamed propulsion from ground-based lasers on Earth.
What the fuck is this? It looks like a... Dude, you don't want to look up to space and be like looking at this thing. What the fuck is this? I think we are the alien now, guys. Like, don't you guys think, like, if you look up and imagine this, looking up into the sky and then be like, this is what you see? A freaking thing like that? Oh my god, man, yeah. This is yeah, I don't want to look at to the sky with this thing on. That's crazy, dude.
A new gateway space station begins construction in Mars's orbit, acting as a transit station for astronauts before preparing to land on the surface.
It's 2014.
NASA spacesuits are now made with self-healing and self-cleaning materials, which are embedded with soft robotics. The first crewed mission lands on an asteroid. They deploy a series of ion thrusters that maneuvers the asteroid towards the moon, where it is converted into water and fuel.
Ooh.
The NASA-funded Clean Skies project is in full force. Probes move through Earth's orbit, gathering and clearing tons of debris using foam.
Nice. 2050, what? That's pretty deep.
Asteroid-based mining begins. Robot factories land on ice asteroids, converting ice into water and fuel. Future deep space missions use these asteroids as refueling outpost stations.
Is this even possible?
Testing begins on bioengineering humans for space travel. A group of astronauts undergo a gene editing procedure designed to reduce muscle and bone loss during extended space missions.
Guys, go and become a freaking scientist right now. Go and become a freaking scientist or an engineer, science engineer. Go. Okay, anyone who is still studying right now, please go and study biochemistry or anything anything regarding a scientist where you can be hired by NASA. Oh my god, bro, this is a future right here. This is gonna be such a big profit in the near future. Holy shit.
Astronauts are now better suited to endure the multi-year journeys to the outer system.
Wow, dude.
A robotic probe en route.
Imagine multi-year, and then when you come back, everyone is still the same year, but you advance like so fast because of the time.
To Jupiter, visits an asteroid fueling station.
Sorry, not time, it's speed.
The test docking and refueling mission is a success.
2060? Holy shit, wow, dude.
The first crewed mission to the outer system launches.
Wow, what the
Humans venture to the outer solar system on a 13-year mission.
What?
The outer system spacecraft reaches Mars. The ship is replenished with life support and fuel at the gateway, and a slingshot maneuver around Mars sends the ship to the outer solar system.
Holy shit.
Inter Astra arrives at Jupiter. Orbital insertion on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day again?
The outer system ship makes a precision landing on Jupiter's moon, Europa.
Whoa, they're actually going to Jupiter's moon.
Crew mine icy water to replenish fuel and life support for the return journey.
That looks so cool, actually.
The crew spends 2 weeks on Europa, mapping and sampling for evidence of life, before setting off on their return journey.
Oh my god damn.
Habitats constructed on the surface of asteroid Psyche create the first asteroid mining colony. The outer system ship, Inter Astra, returns to the inner system. The rigors of space travel have weakened the astronauts. The crew transferred to the Mars base, where they experience gravity for the first time since leaving Earth and begin their physiotherapy.
They even planned that out, huh? So there's no gravity on... There's no gravity on Europa, the moon of Jupiter? Wow,
Relativity Space begins testing 3D printing on the moon, building the first spacecraft off-world. The first gene-enhanced astronaut group is sent on their first missions to the Moon and Mars. A small-scale Dyson structure begins testing. It focuses the sun's solar energy onto the solar sail of a spacecraft that begins traveling across the solar system.
Wait, what? Oh, this is the final one.
NASA is absorbed into the newly created multi-planet organization, the United Planetary Space Agency.
Nice.
Fleets of robotic cargo vessels transport materials across the solar system to human outposts. The first Alcubierre warp drive goes online and begins testing, allowing humankind to explore distant stars.
So
embryonic G.
So they're saying in 2100, we are able to get out of Earth. We are actually going away from Earth.
Gene editing of future astronauts begins, despite huge international opposition. The gene editing creates babies built for the rigors of long-term spaceflight. The first enhanced group of astronauts is raised to be planetary explorers.
Wow. I guess we're gonna finally get the chance to meet Kepler. To see Kepler, I guess. 2100. Maybe. Timelapse of the future technology. Ooh. I'm not gonna see that though. But yeah, that was NASA. The time lapse of 1958 to 2100. It was really exciting though. Not gonna lie. It was really exciting. But you have to think though, like the time where they said that they are going to go to the what do you call that? Well, which one was it? Yeah, the one where they sent out the was it? What do you call that thing again? Oh my god, I'm lost of words. The telescope Jet Mars or something like that. What's it called again? God damn, why can't I find it anymore? Okay, well, let me use the year. 2021, 2023, somewhere around here. No. Yep, this thing.
The James Webb
Space Telescope. Like, they didn't even talk about this yet. Can you imagine? Like in the new year or year after that, they're gonna talk about the James Webb Space after it got launched on the 31st October 2021. He's gonna launch into outer space, and after that, in the next year, they're gonna talk about a lot of new things. Oh, I can't wait for this, man. I mean, they did talk about a lot of other space stuff, where Mars sending people to Mars, inhabited, moon base, a lot of other things, and even space. What do you call that? Something like jet. What do you call this again? Shit, I don't remember the name, but like Star Trek, you know, something like that. Like, finally, someone able to go out of the moon, get out of Earth and explore somewhere around Jupiter, especially the Europa. God damn, this is so amazing, man. Why did I not study science back in the day, or astronomy? God damn. I could have been researching so much stuff, and here I am streaming. And I can't even go out to space. Shit, I don't even know if I can survive until 2100. Can I actually survive until 2100? Let's see here. It's 2021 right now. I'm around the age of 20, so by the time 2100, I'm gonna be around age of, oh god, I'm already dead. Fucking hell, dude, I'm already dead. Dude, I'm already dead. Fuck, man, I can't live that long. Alright, maybe to the future, to anyone who saw this video, enjoy the future of the space program, because we've been suffering so much on Earth and I can't even live long enough to see to see us going out of other than Mars, but Jupiter. But maybe we can, you know, if we just tell hey, USA, we have oil in Mars or oil in Jupiter. Why not we go there and harvest all the oil? I'm sure they're gonna fund a lot of money then, because they fund a lot of money in World War II. That's where the space war begins. But yeah, really, I don't think I can live until 2100, but it would be amazing if I did. So this is to the future me, to the you know, other people who get to survive more than 2100. Please be happy that you have a 3D waifu, okay? I'm sure a 3D waifu is gonna be possible, or anything that you can create. I'm sure it's possible by the end, by that year, and I can't be there to see it. Oh man, I can't be there to see it. Feels bad, man. Yeah, I guess why does NASA have to make me regret this? Fuck, man, I wish I could live that long, but too bad we can't. Sad.